In the first video, I introduced the idea that local events are not built bottom up through chains of causation, but resolved top down through global constraints. This video will apply that same standard to one specific domain, consciousness. The reason I start here is that consciousness is the cleanest case. If instantaneous local resolution doesn't make any sense here, it definitely will not work trying to make contact with physics or cosmology in future videos. Most theories assume consciousness is something that gradually emerges. Neurons fire, information integrates, signals propagate over time, and at some point, experience appears. The language can be computational, biological, informational. Regardless, consciousness is always treated as a process that builds. This model instead makes the claim that consciousness is a resolution. If consciousness is a local resolution of global constraints, then it cannot exist partially. Either the constraints are satisfied and experience exists, or they are not and it doesn't. There is no in-between state where consciousness is 30% present or 90% present in the way that a computation can be 30% or 90% complete. Importantly, the brain is not irrelevant. The brain matters enormously, just not as a generator that constructs consciousness step by step. Instead, it functions as a boundary condition. The brain is like an orchestra of self-referencing loops, functioning as coordinated constraints. These determine which conscious states are possible, what their contents can be, and how memory and attention are structured. But the moment experience exists at all, it exists as a resolved completion. The brain doesn't add the experience in itself. It dictates the constraints of what the experience will be. So since we are consciousness, we can test this against experience itself. From the inside, consciousness doesn't feel gradual. No one experiences awareness slowly turning on. In cases like waking up, anesthesia, fainting, blacking out, experience itself is discontinuous. There's a before and an after. The sense of gradual transition comes from the reconstructions of memory. It's not actually being lived in real time. This is like how music works. Technically, at any one moment, all you're hearing is processed noise. It's using the feeling of gradual transitions that come from memory that makes that noise have context, which allows the experience to be of music over time. Mental clarity can fluctuate, conscious content can fade in and out, attention can narrow or expand, but the presence of experience itself is binary. It's exactly where it has to be to resolve global constraints. That on-off nature is the claim being made here. In this model, consciousness is not something that unfolds in time. It's a constraint satisfaction event. Time enters as a part of how the resolved state relates to memory, prediction, and narrative continuity. This part of the model is falsifiable. If consciousness is shown to genuinely require gradual construction, if there is a coherent experiential middle ground between non-experience and experience, then this framework is definitely wrong. A simple restatement of the point of this video is that if local reality is resolved rather than constructed, consciousness should not emerge slowly. It should appear all at once or not at all.